talk way too much in their intros, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this video and show you guys this walkthrough of my Air Force slow bun tutorial. Okay guys, so here's my hair with no products in it. All I did was wash it and condition it. And believe it or not, this is actually the first video I've ever filmed on my channel with absolutely no makeup on. So I'm not mad at it. So the first thing I do is take a rat tail comb and I part my hair down the middle. Now, believe it or not, before BMT, I did not know how to part my hair correctly. My parts were all over the place. It wasn't straight, it wasn't centered. Until my homegirl Wallace, who was in my flight, taught me this really cool trick that I can't believe I didn't know. But she said, if you take your comb, center it on your nose and just bring it all the way back, that's how you get your perfect middle part. So shout out to Wallace. I don't like to go all the way back with my parts. I don't know why, I'm just too lazy to. But the rest, like as long as this part is good, I'll usually just run my fingers through it, all the way back. And then I take a hair tie and section off my hair. So I only work on half of my hair at a time. But I'll do half on this side. And then I just use my fingers to part this side into two, and then I like to start from the bottom, this section first. Since my hair is still kind of damp, I like to put this intensive hydration conditioner on it by Shea Moisture, and just put like a little dab. So then next I like to follow it up with an oil. Lately I've been using black castor oil. And I know you're supposed to put this on your scalp for like hair growth, which I do, but I do like to put a little bit in my hands and rub it together and just kind of work it through my entire head. And I don't know, my hair just feels really moisturized after doing that. Already starting to look hydrated, moisturized. Okay, compared to this piece, look at all the dryness. Look at all that dryness. Now, whether you are in BMT or in the Air Force in general, if you are a female, you will use a lot of gel, okay? I go through a lot of gel. And I know for sure that they will have the green Eco Gel in the BX when you go to BMT. So that's just the one that I've been using. I don't put the gel all over my hair. I would just put it at the part. I hope you guys can see that. And then I just take my brush and I will just brush it down. For the bottom pieces, I will pick it out for volume. Feel free to do that as well. I hold that piece in place with another hair tie. Now I know I went through it a couple times with the hair tie and you're probably like, that's gonna be way too tight, but I end up taking that out when I do this half. Now we're just gonna take the top part down, do the same thing. I'll take the bottom portion or the bottom hair tie out. Wow, I really went through this way too many times. I'm gonna brush the top half into the bottom half. And I like to give it a good tug to make sure that there's nothing sticking up, to make sure it's even, to make sure all of this is smoothed down. And honestly, I don't know, I feel like somebody's gonna be like, you're not supposed to put castor oil all over your hair or something like that, but the castor oil is the trick to get it really freaking smooth. Combination between the black castor oil and the green eco gel. Come on now. Come on now. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. The bottom half of the opposite side, I like to take the hair tie out of this side that's already done and just put one over both sections, just because I don't like all the strain on my head or on my edges or anything like that. But if it doesn't bother you, you can definitely put two hair ties over each other. But for me and my preference, I just don't like all the tightness on my head, because then I start to get a headache and it's not a good day. Don't be afraid to use a lot of gel. That was my biggest problem in BMT, is that I was like, oh my gosh, this is way too much. Like, I don't want to use all this, but like I've used more than this before. Castor oil and a lot of gel is really like the major keys, the two major keys. Wow, my part definitely is not straight, but those are the two major keys into getting the sleekest of sleek low buns, okay? All right, so when I get to this portion, the last portion, I will add an additional hair tie. So in total, I only have 2 hair ties on my head, which is not bad. It's not very tight, it's not strenuous on my edges or on my head. So honestly, it's definitely tolerable. For my edge control, I use the Got to Be Glued spiking wax. I know they don't have this in the BX at BMT. So one thing that a lot of people don't know is that your families can actually send you things in the mail in BMT. Like, of course, you'll have to open it up in front of your MTI to make sure it's not like contraband or anything, but your families, if you like write them and tell them, hey, can you send me Got to Be Glued hair pomade, like spiking wax, they can send it to you in the mail. Because I wear my cover, it gets messed up anyway. So in BMT or in the military in general, you will have to, oh my gosh, all these little hairs. You will have to touch up your hair throughout the day because it's not gonna stay this sleek all day. Normally, I would just slap on some more gel and brush it really quick because in BMT, you don't have a lot of time to like fix yourself up. So if we ever got a break, I would just go back to my wall locker and slap a big glob of gel on both sides, brush it down, and it would be good as new. So I always still have like little flyaways. Even after I put on edge control, like I have to like layer this stuff on because just regardless of what I do, I always have flyaways. Like I always have, it's never perfectly sleek. It's so annoying. It's just my hair. Hopefully you don't have this issue. Okay, there is no limit to edge control until it starts turning white and starts getting flaky and all that kind of stuff. But that's the good thing about this Got to Be Glue. It does not get flaky. And you can pile on as much as you want and it will not get flaky. And I think that's good, actually. If you rub it in hard enough and long enough, it doesn't turn white. And I think I'm good for the most part. But yeah, that is the tutorial, and here is the final look.